Hello, this is Jeff at OpSource, and in this tutorial we're going to start looking at the Cloud Files API. The Cloud Files API, as you know, is a REST-based API, which this UI is actually built on top of. So we've got a demo account with a single subfolder with a single file, and we'll issue API calls to take a look at these objects in Cloud Files. So we'll switch over to this REST client, which is just an add-on for Firefox. And because it is an authenticated API, we'll add our authorization header. So all of these API calls are going to be simple gets. And with the first URL, we get back an XML document that contains a number of elements with these links associated with them. The API is built on the Xlink standard, and it is designed for discoverability of resources. So your application would only need to know this top level URL. From there, it can simply parse out the XML and get these Xlink references to get to further resources in the API. So we're going to start by looking at the root container, which is where your files and folders are going to be. So we'll give another GET request, and we get back another XML document containing properties associated with the root container. One of those properties is the contents element, and again, following the Xlink standard, all we have to do is parse this and grab this URL and issue a GET against it to see what are the contents of this folder. This frees up your application from having specific URL semantics embedded within it. So within the root container is another container with another discoverable URL. And this container's name is image files, which matches up with the folder name we gave it in the UI. A number of properties as well as another contents element. And when we retrieve that resource, we get a file list with a single file. And a file object looks like this with these properties. And the file has a contents element. So if you want to actually retrieve the contents of a file, you would get the content element, follow the link associated with that element. So that is how the API is structured. That is the proper way to use the Cloud Files API. Additional tutorials will cover creating folders, creating files, as well as some of the other properties of Cloud Files. So thank you for watching, and thank you for using OpSource Cloud.